gamma light. If you were to look at gamma light, black light through a prism, and if you were to take the X-ray light, which is the same colors, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. So the red in the gamma light is a different red than in the X-ray light, even though both of them look red.
But they vibrate at different
They vibrate. This red vibrates at a different frequency than this red. The same way the gamma black vibrates at a different frequency than the X-ray light. So when we at least begin to understand that this exists, we begin not only to use the imagination, but now understand which aspects of light to use for a particular situation. Same way they use in technology. If they want to do an MRI on you, they will go to a higher frequency of light that goes beyond what's called the X-ray. Where if the dentist were looking at your teeth, the dentist would use a particular form of ultraviolet light that allows them to see our teeth a certain way. But now when you want to look at the internal organs, they're using black energy again, this black light again, which black people are filled with. And we have the capacity of, how would I say, influence with our words a certain type of way.
Okay.
That's the reason, that's one of the reasons why they don't want us to really embrace our blackness. And that's one of the reasons also why we kind of reject ourselves, because the culture that we live in had described the blackness as darkness. I don't want to go too far without you.
No, I'm really just flowing with everything that you're saying, and it's good that you're saying that, because right now at this time, even though when we're at home we're coming together with our families, but we're not really coming together. You know what I'm saying? Because when we're outside of our homes and we're believing that all this stuff is going on, don't nobody really want to congregate. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody really want to touch nobody. Don't nobody really want to. Everybody just want to be to themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can understand, because the media, you know, they're talking about social distance or physical distance because of, you know, due to the actual virus that is in play. And so that's what we're talking about now. How then do we start increasing our vibration so that when the next pandemic or the next thing comes along, that we're not susceptible to all of this media broadcasting this energy? Because I think I talked about something known as our psychosomatic, where when we get bombarded enough in the mind, the actual mind can actually start developing the symptoms, kind of like what's known as the placebo effect. The placebo effect is they can give you a sugar pill and tell you that the sugar pill is actually maybe a Tylenol or whatever type of drug. And they have documented this scientifically, that even though it's not an actual pill, it's a sugar pill, the people then start actually having, if the pill is supposed to cure you, they start, in the studies, they found that people are actually being cured from sugar pills. So what was actually doing the curing? It was the mind. But that's why I say the most powerful weapon we have is our imagination. But once again, they put floors, walls, and a ceiling over our imagination. We no longer have the imagination of God. And once we at least get introduced to that information, because here's the thing, what I just said is radical. But we have to start being radical if we're going to really understand what our real potential is. And especially with black people, because the number one thing that they want to do is shut us down. When I'm saying black, it's not just really a color, it's a quality. So you can be an Asian in black. You can really be a Caucasian in black if you get to a certain quality in your being. Black is not just a color, it is a quality. That's why I went back to the black belt in karate. Anybody can be a black belt once they've gotten to a certain level of proficiency in a particular endeavor, in this particular term, martial arts. So when we really grow in our consciousness, the highest level of consciousness we can receive or come to is a black man or a black woman. And at that point, you're a God man and a God woman.
Right. Okay.
So it's not just the color. Color is just one of the qualities, but we have to understand this. What even makes color color? When you look at any color, like the color red, for example, the only reason we see red is because the energy is vibrating within a certain range.
Right.
When you see the color blue, it is vibrating within a certain range. So, but when it's color black, it's vibrating at what's called the higher frequency. So if we even exist at the higher frequency, we would have to become black in color. So now, with that being said, if color is the byproduct of vibration, God would have to be black because God is the highest. When we say the most high, and God is vibrating at the highest, God couldn't be nothing but black. I'm not talking about Jesus. You can have Jesus. We're talking about God would have to be black. Now, here's the thing. But why black? A lot of times we don't even know, but why black? When an object is black, this is what really made us who we were. An object that is black absorbs every frequency of light.
Okay.
And something that is a perfect receiver is a perfect transmitter. Let me say that again. If something is a perfect receiver, it is a perfect transmitter. Let's say that God is an energy. Now this energy creates a particular solid that we're in. And it needs this solid to receive every nuance, not miss one vibration of what it is. So it creates something that could absorb every aspect or every frequency of what it is. So whether we know it, we really created ourselves like this because we and that are the same. It's Albert Einstein equation, E equals mc squared. Energy and matter can be the same thing, but in different states of existence. The same way ice is steam, but at a different state of existence. Steam is vibrating faster. Ice is a slowed down, crystallized version of ice. So what we are as black people, we're a crystallized version of this cosmic light. But we were made black once again so that we could receive every nuance. So when it vibrates, so when we needed to hear, we would hear it and then we would bring certain things into existence. One of the things I said in the other video was that all light has a corresponding sound. So when we heard the Creator say bird, even though we're using the term bird now, we brought it into existence.
Okay.
So when the Creator say bird, it was us. So when we look throughout creation, whether we know it or not, this is all the trees, once again, this is radical. The birds, the trees, the earth, everything that you see is what black people created. Now that would really sound radical until we start looking at right now. You have people today who can go in a laboratory and make a tree. They can't create a tree, but they can make a tree. You got people who go in and splice genes together and make a rat and they can take the genes from a rat and the genes from a cat and splice those genes and come up with something new. That's not anything new. Remember I was saying the lady had 100% use of brain capacity?
Right.
That's what black people had. We were actually God, so we have a book called Bible that tells us our history, but we don't know it because usually when we go into the Bible, we start relating to the creature rather than the Creator. So what do I mean by that? In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. Black people created all of that. Let's use some just deductive reasoning. A God that can do anything, what pleasure would it get out of making a bird? A God that can do anything, what pleasure would it get out of making a sun? Now, the pleasure we get is speaking it into me, and I bring the sun into existence. That means I have to then be open enough to hear it and summon it into existence. Then I start, whoa,